Hello, loyal subjects. Today I bring to you a book haul. Oh, this is so exciting. Our first haul of books together. I'll just get right to it because I've got quite a sizable pile here. So the first thing that I got is this beautiful edition of Battle Royale by Koshun Takami. Now, you may have seen this on my shelf, that I already had this book. Elizabeth, it's the same book. No, actually, it's not, because this is the remastered edition. It just came out, like, this year, I think. And look at that cover. It is just so cool. I saw this, and I knew that I already had one, but I just had to get it. It smells so good. I'm gonna end up giving this one to my friend, so nothing's really wasted that way. Next, I caved, guys. I caved, and I finally got the Kane Chronicles by Rick Riordan. Everybody talks about the Percy Jackson series, and rightfully so, because it's a great series, one of my all-time favourites. But nobody really talks about these three books. They are along the same kind of storyline, I think, whereas Percy Jackson followed like Greek gods. This is more about Egyptian mythology. So that's really cool. I always thought Egyptian mythology was so fascinating, so I'm really excited to read these. They entail the Red Pyramid, Throne of Fire, and The Serpent's Shadow, with a bonus short story where Carter Kane, who is the main character in this, meets Percy Jackson. How cool! How cool! Seriously. So I am actually very excited to read these. I probably will read them before The Blood of Olympus comes out, just because I need more Riordan in my life. I need his books. His words are like mother's milk to me. Elizabeth, that's pretty gross. Imagine that I just rephrased that. The next book that I got is something that I have been waiting for a long time, and it is Rain by Amanda Sun, the second book in the Paper Gods trilogy. I read Ink last year and I loved it. It was so great. So I was so excited when this finally came in the mail. I've had some problems with it, like I tried getting one edition but then it didn't come, and then blah blah blah. It was just a mess. If you can't see, this is like made of watercolor paper, and isn't the cover just beautiful? It's just beautiful. If you don't know what this series is about, it is a young adult paranormal series set in Japan. And it's all about this girl named Katie who is American, but since there was a tragedy in her family, she has to go and live with her aunt in Japan. So cool. And there she meets this boy named Tomohiro, and he has some special powers that you may or may not think involves drawing. Spoiler alert, it does. So really excited about this one. Next, I got something that I've been looking at for a long time, and that is the If I Stay duology by Gail Forman. And that includes If I Stay and the sequel, Where She Went. I will say that the Just One Day duology sounds more interesting to me, but this is being made into a movie, so I figured I have to get the books and read them, and they look pretty cool anyway. I think it's about a girl named Mia who has like a perfect life, but then a car accident happens that wipes out her whole family, and she has like an out-of-body experience, and she has to decide if she wants to stay and fight for her life or pass on into like the afterworld. I'll probably be reading them soon because the movie comes out in August, I believe. Then I got this lovely book, Eleanor Park by Rainbow Rowell. You're probably thinking to yourself, Liz, you have Eleanor Park in the hardcover, and you would be right. Yes, I do. I do have Eleanor Park in the American hardcover edition. So you're probably thinking to yourself, why did you just buy a copy that looks slightly different? But my dear friends, it only looks slightly different on the outside. On the inside, Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. What was that? Uh-huh. Yeah. How beautiful is this? I saw a picture of this on Tumblr and I just knew I had to get it. It's limited edition collector's copy. I have to get it. This is a Barnes and Noble only type deal though. So for us Australians, that's not exactly the most convenient thing in the world. So I had to order this from the Barnes and Noble website and pay for shipping and stuff. And it ended up being like $24 and it took like 3 weeks to get here. But I'm happy it is here. It's beautiful and I love this. I will probably be giving this to my friend as well. So no harm is done. Everybody gets Eleanor Park. Yay! And then the last book that I got this month. It's actually more than one book, but I'll just show it to you. It is The Three Doors Bind Up by Emily Rodda, which includes the gold door, the silver door, and the third door. I cannot tell you how long I have been looking at this book, this trilogy, sitting on the shelves. I've just been lusting after them for so long, but it was $30 and I was like, oh, that's pretty expensive for a book, even though it's 3 books. And I never got I just never took the dive and bought it until now, because QBD, which is like the local branch of bookstores around my area, was having an online sale and I got this. I finally have it in my hands. It's so exciting. If you don't know, Emily Rodda is like my favourite author of all time. She wrote Del Toro Quest and the Rondo trilogy and just lots of awesome other books, and she's Australian and you should check her out because she's really fucking cool. Right, this thing. Okay, so this follows a main character. His name is Rye and he lives in this walled up city, I believe, that is now under attack by this unknown enemy. So the leader of their town sends out volunteers to go and try and stop the enemy, and his 2 older brothers go and they don't come back. They go missing. So Rye takes it upon himself to go out and find them himself by going through these 3 doors. It is like children's fantasy series and I'm just really excited. It's so pretty too. Right, so that is all of the books that I got this past few weeks. Let's try and stack them. 3 Doors, Eleanor Park, If I Stay, Where She Went. Oh, this is getting heavy already. Rain, The Kane Chronicles, Battle Royale. Okay, there we go. Got them. Okay, so these are the books that I have recently got. I think I'll be reading most of them, quite quickly. So that is all that I have to show you for today. I will see you next time. Goodbye. Oh, it's heavy. Oh, left hands were not made to hold stacks of books.